Yo guys, what is going on? It's Luki here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be going through the top mistakes that people are making in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now before I do get into today's video, I'd like to quickly thank Prodigy for the gameplay in the background. He is a very good Call of Duty YouTuber, so I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and subscribe to him. Also, I'd like to go ahead and quickly announce a giveaway that me and another YouTuber called The Givinator are doing. We're basically giving away either a copy of Modern Warfare or we are going to be giving away £50 gift card on Amazon, and basically this will just allow people who haven't had a chance to buy the game, and they'll obviously be able to buy the game for themselves, or we'll send a copy to your address if you guys would prefer that. Anyway, all you got to do to enter that is be subscribed to mine and his channel, and go ahead and follow my Twitter. For all details on the giveaway, just go ahead and go and look in the description of this video, and you guys can see how to enter there. Anyway, before I do get into today's video, hopefully you do enjoy it. If you do, please go ahead and drop a sub and a like. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So obviously the beta is it's been, and a lot of people are just waiting for either another beta or the full release of the game, and a lot of people in the beta said they obviously weren't really enjoying this game too much. There was a lot of times where they would die quite often, and it's just a lot different to all these previous Call of Duties we've had, because the time to kill is quite slow, and it's just a lot different to any other Call of Duty we've had previously. And a lot of some really good players that I have known myself, who usually get like nukes every game, or they do incredibly well every single game. A lot of them really good players have also actually been struggling, which is pretty surprising to see, and that is because this game is just so different to any other Call of Duty. So basically in today's video I'm going to go ahead and run through some of the biggest mistakes a lot of people are doing in this game, and these will basically go ahead and help you with just getting better at the game and just getting more kills, dying less, staying alive longer, and just becoming an overall better player at the game. So first of all, I'd like to go ahead and mention a few easy tips that a lot of people should know, and then a few more sophisticated kind of tips that some people may not know. So I'd like to go ahead and firstly mention that you should always, the first thing you should do whenever you get on the game is pick a class that you guys like, and go ahead and change the settings as well. Changing your settings can be one of the biggest tips in the game to make you from like a 2 out of 10 kind of player to like a 5 out of 10 kind of player. It'll honestly like make you a lot better than you actually are, because I do see a lot of people making the same mistake of just coming on the game, and as soon as they load up the game they just jump in straight into a game. They don't think about changing their settings or anything like that, and that is a very big mistake. You don't want to just hop straight into the game and not change your settings. Settings on this game will literally help you out tremendously. There's so many things in settings that you guys can go ahead and do, such as changing your sensitivity, which is probably one of the key tips to go ahead and do. One of the best things, one of the key aspects of settings is your sensitivity, because this is going to change how fast you look around the map, how fast you aim whilst you are aiming in, and how fast you look around whilst you're aiming in. And obviously this will help you out a ton, because if you guys have a very slow and default sensitivity is usually like a 4.4, and personally I think that is absolutely ridiculously slow. So that is going to make a lot of people play a lot worse than they actually could. So personally I'd go with something like a 7.7 sensitivity or around about there, and if you guys want to go ahead and try out a different sensitivity, then of course go for that, and you guys can go ahead and just experiment with your sensitivity. Go up and down the sensitivities, play a game with a different sensitivity, and then once you've played that one game, go ahead and change your sensitivity either up, or you can go ahead and change your sensitivity down by 1. Now doing this each game will help you find that perfect sensitivity that is right for you. Every single player on this game does have like a different sensitivity that they prefer, so obviously a lot of you guys are going to be just very different to each other. If you guys have any suggestions for other players, go ahead and leave them down below. Personally I run a 7.7, so if you have any tips for any other players, then go ahead and leave some tips or what sensitivity you guys use or anything like that in the comment section below. And another tip I'd like to go ahead and talk about is of course changing your classes, because a lot of people do forget to change your classes and they just use the default ones. But if you guys experiment with the different weapons and all the different attachments, then you guys can really find something that really works well for you. And honestly it helps so much using a class that you guys have personalized yourself, because you can stick all kind of stuff on there that you guys actually would like to use. Now those two tips that I've just talked about then, they are just a few tips that a lot of people of you should know, but I thought I'd just include them in case a lot of people didn't know. Now the next tip I want to go ahead and talk about is sticking towards the edges of the map. Now on this game, it's not like how we have usually had Call of Duty maps. On this game, as you guys probably know, it is literally all over the place. So previously, we are used to 3-lane courses, so that they have a left-hand side of the map, there's a right-hand side of the map, and then there is a middle hand, there's a middle of the map where it's just, yeah, it's like 3 lanes. Like if you think of any map on Black Ops 4, there's always a left side, there's always a right side, and there's always a middle of the map. Now on this game, it's not really like that. There isn't really a left-hand side or a right-hand side and a middle-hand side. It's literally just a bunch of buildings everywhere, and it's kind of a mess, and a lot of people have been complaining about this. But a simple tip for you guys who are struggling with these new maps, for these new layouts and stuff like that, is go ahead and just stick towards the edges of the map. Now sticking towards the edges of the map will help you guys out a ton, because for one, you guys are not going to be able to get shot from every single angle possible, because if you go into the middle of the map, there's literally going to be every single angle that you guys can get shot from. So if you stick to the left hand side or the right hand side of the map, let's say for example, if you go on the left hand side of the map, you're going to be blocking out one angle that you can get shot from, which is going to be either behind you or to the left of you, because obviously the left of you will be out of the map and behind you should be where your teammates are, so there shouldn't be anyone behind you. So all you have to focus on is what's in front of you and what is to your right. So it is very, very helpful just to bear these few tips in mind, and honestly it helps an absolute ton. I don't know why, but a lot of people just run into the middle of the map and they just literally have no map awareness, and that is very, very key to just becoming a better player at the Call of Duty. This goes for pretty much any Call of Duty in general, and I would definitely say for this Modern Warfare, it is probably more helpful than the previous Call of Duties, because like I said before, these maps on this game are all over the place, and it isn't a 3-lane kind of style map like we are all used to. Now, the next tip I'm going to be talking about is obviously getting a better accuracy. Now this kind of links to the settings kind of tip I have for you guys. Obviously change your settings to what sensitivity you guys want the best, and this will help tremendously with your accuracy. There's one thing though that a lot of people don't realise, and getting a better accuracy won't just come overnight. You guys will have to practice and practice and practice to get a better accuracy. However, there are a few different things that you guys can go ahead and do, and that is basically just the main tip on it. Obviously is just playing a lot. If you play the game a lot, then you guys are going to just naturally over time get a better accuracy. Another little tip is to go ahead and buy some Control Freaks. Now a lot of you guys are probably thinking that I'm only saying that because I am sponsored by them, but it's not because of that. I've literally been using Control Freaks since I was about 11 years old when I first started playing this game, and I've been using them ever since, and I have definitely seen a big increase in my skill level and how good I am at the game. Now it really does help with my accuracy. I really do recommend them. If you guys do go ahead and buy them, make sure to go ahead and use code Lukey, by the way. And also I recommend getting the Vortex ones. They are the orange ones with like a Vortex kind of pattern on them. So if you guys are going to go ahead and buy them, only buy them if you are very serious about this game, by the way. Don't waste your money if you guys don't really want to spend money just to get better at a game. But I do recommend it if you guys are serious, and if you do play the game a lot and you guys want to have more fun and just enjoy it more, then it is a great tip just to go ahead and just get some Control Freaks. Trust me, it will help you guys out a ton. Now, if you guys are going to go ahead and use them, please go ahead and use my code. I would really, really appreciate it. And once again, I'm not saying this just because I am sponsored by them. I know you guys are probably thinking that, but trust me, I've been using them since I was literally like 11, and I do really do see a big increase in my accuracy ever since I have started using them. Anyway, the next little tip I'm going to go ahead and talk about is to pre-aim most corners. Now a lot of times in this game is probably one of the most campiest games you guys will play. Now this is probably because of the new layouts of this map, and literally no one knows what they're doing, that there is no 3-lane map, so because of that a lot of people are literally camping in buildings, and that is all I see people doing. Every single game you play on this game, every single time you watch a clip, like I saw so many clips on Twitter and stuff like that, and it was literally just people camping in buildings, and it was just frustrating to watch because I hate camping, and literally I'm a really rushy player. So if you're a really rushy player, then just be prepared and pre-aim as many corners and as many windows, as many doors as you guys possibly can, because trust me, it's a very, very big problem in this game. Hopefully they do sort it out and do something just to stop people from camping as much as they do, because this is probably one of the most campiest Call of Duties I have ever seen, and that is not good. Everyone hates camping, except from obviously the people who do camp. They enjoy it obviously, because all they have to do is sit in a window all game, and somehow they actually enjoy that instead of running around the map. I don't know how they actually enjoy that, but yeah, just be prepared if you guys are going to be playing this game. If you're going to be running around the map, just be prepared to run around every single corner and aim at the same time, because trust me, there's going to be a bunch of people sitting in corners with shotguns, LMGs, and just really it's going to annoy you and it's going to kill you a bunch of times. Now the next little tip I'm going to go ahead and talk about is try and get used to people's weapons, like what they look like. Now this is going to be a weird tip, and I literally never hear anyone talking about this tip, and it's very, very unique. I've literally never ever heard a single person talk about this little tip here. It might sound a bit weird at first, but trust me, I'll try and explain it as best I can. So in every Call of Duty, you can kind of tell what weapon someone is using if you just look at them. So I'm pretty good at it because I've been doing it for quite a while now, especially in BO4. That's when I probably got the best at doing it, and in Model 2 as well. That is probably when I started doing it the most. And basically what I mean by this is, if you see someone with if you see an enemy at all, just try and look what gun they are using. So for example, if you see someone in the distance and you can tell they are using a sniper, personally I would just back away from that gunfight immediately, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to win that gunfight, because all they have to do is hardscope you and it'll take one shot to go ahead and kill you. And if you have a SMG or an AR, then you don't have a very good chance of winning that gunfight unless you are very, very fast at responding and you have an incredibly good accuracy. Now, let's say for example someone is using a shotgun. This is extremely handy, because if they are running towards you with a shotgun, then you know to quickly back away from that gunfight as well, because a lot of the times they're just going to get really close to you and they're going to shoot you once in the face and you're going to immediately die from the shotgun. Now if they're using an SMG or an AR, if you guys want to, you guys can go ahead and proceed with that gunfight, because a lot of the times you guys, if you are good enough, you're going to be able to win that gunfight a lot more easier than if it was a shotgun or a sniper. Anyway, there are just a few of the top mistakes a lot of people are making, and a few little tips and tricks and stuff like that for you guys to hopefully enjoy the beta a lot more. Once again, I'm doing a Modern Warfare game giveaway. If you guys want to go ahead and enter that, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and subscribe to the Giveinator. Follow my Twitter. More details to that giveaway is in the description down below. Hopefully this video did help you, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the beta. And yeah, hopefully I see you guys in the next video. If you guys could subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But that has been it for today, and peace.